I wonder if anyone's done a lore video on Velkhana.
Wait, seriously? There's no lore on, like, one of the most important monsters to the story here?
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Velkhana, the Iceborn Wyvern, an elder dragon as beautiful and elegant as it is powerful and terrifying. Capable of freezing creatures completely solid.
That was close.
It was once thought that Velkhana was the cause of the strange happenings in the New World shortly after the completion of the Elder Crossing investigation. It appeared to have chased a massive flock of Legiana out of their natural home in the Coral Highlands, and then even beyond, into the ancient forest, and then into an entirely new landmass. As the name the Iceborn Wyvern would imply, Velkhana is a master of controlling the element of ice, able to release powerful beams of frozen water from its mouth and even chilling the very air around it to such levels of sub-zero temperature to create massive ice walls that both serve as barriers and shields from the attack of hunters, and walls to trap hunters within, allowing Velkhana to effortlessly finish them with one final move. Capable even then to freeze the air in such a way as to create a suit of ice armor for itself, making it that much more difficult for hunters to truly damage, along with its various ice walls and impressive agility and flight with which to evade said hunters. It also strangely has a unique relationship with the Legiana, an apex predator also with the power of ice, normally found in the Coral Highlands. It is believed Velkhana displaced the Legiana and then took on a select few with which to imbue some of its own powers. The method of how this is done is currently unknown. All that is known is that this creates a variant known as the Shrieking Legiana, able to create similar ice armor to Velkhana, albeit to a much smaller degree, making it seem more like it has some form of ice fur. But Velkhana's control over ice is overwhelming and quite honestly terrifying. It was even able to begin freezing over all of the New World, the new continent of Celiana and the Hoarfrost Reach included. Velkhana, at first glance, appeared to be intelligent yet, but merely a savage beast, interested only in seeing all before it dead before it. It appeared to view all around it as beneath it and weaker than itself, and appeared to believe all weaker than itself should perish. This combined with its vicious attitude and relentless devastating attacks gave it the nickname as Death. Comparing it to the general of similar name and power. These attempts to freeze over all of Celiana, Astera, and the New World was what created the conflict between the Hunters and Velkhana. Velkhana wishing apparently to claim all of the New World for itself, with all humans gone from the world, and the Hunters unwilling to surrender their new home, fighting for their place in the ecosystem. It was then Velkhana's initial aggression and the apparent displacement of this massive flock of Legiana from their home in the Coral Highlands that created our initial belief of Legiana being the source of the new disturbance in the New World, along with a strange, menacing song that caused the apparent displacement of many other species suddenly appearing in the New World that were not originally found there. These species would include Nargacuga, Glavenus, Tigrex, and Brachydios, as well as the appearance of several subspecies of other previously discovered monsters, including Viper Toby Kadachi, Nightshade Paulumu, Coral Puke Puke, Acidic Glavenus, and Ebony Odogaron. However, in the end, it appeared that Velkhana was not the cause of the strange happenings in the New World, as shortly after the death of the Velkhana, ultimately, the song and the strange changes throughout the New World were caused by this mighty beast. The newest found Elder Dragon, yet one of the most powerful by far, Shara Ishvalda, a force of great nature greater even, Velkhana. Because, you know, it can bring down mountains. The vibrations of this mighty behemoth's wings is actually the cause of the song, as it crushes rock into sand and sinks mountains into the very earth, terraforming the world as it and it alone sees fit. But fear not, my friends. This beast will not be allowed to continue its mad rampage. I shall lay it low, here and now! Ah! Well, that didn't work. And as one final tidbit to Legiana's absolute mastery over ice, once its tail has been severed, when enraged, it is capable even of creating an entirely new tail from ice in order to use its famous icy spear tail attacks, and giving it one more connection to Esdeath.
She karate chopped her whole freaking arm off and replaced it with an ice sword!
Shockingly, however, after the encounter with the initial Legiana with which Astera waged war, further encounters with the majestic Elder Dragon revealed it to be far less hostile than the one initially encountered, quite happy to share their home in... Oh, perhaps I spoke too soon. No, it is just hungry. A fascinating tidbit to their lore and ecology place in the ecosystem. They freeze over their prey before eating it. An easy meal with absolutely no consequences or difficulty from resisting prey. It is truly fascinating that this Elder Dragon, once believed to be completely hostile towards all humans, is so willing to share its environment with me, seemingly uninterested in any form of combat. This has led to speculations that the Velkhana we faced was not acting out of malice, only wishing to drive the hunters away, possibly to save them from the fate of the New World as it began to crumble and fall. Truly, it is on us at times as hunters for the conflicts we bring upon ourselves with the Elder Dragons and all other monsters in general. Truly, we as humans are not perfect and must work to improve ourselves so we don't bring ruin to the beautiful animals and environment around us. One final, truly remarkable thing to note about Velkhana's behavior, ecology, physical structure, whichever you prefer, is that the scales adorning its chest and body are not actually scales at all, but in reality they are shards of super hot magma that Velkhana has grafted to itself and super cooled with her icy prowess. Meaning her shell is in reality obsidian rock. A material nearly identical to the nearly impenetrable shell of Brachydios. Hopefully you guys still enjoyed this. I'm sorry that I rambled and stuttered quite a bit. This is my first lore, I'm giving it a try, but you know, I think I covered all the bases relatively well and gave some decent insight about Velkhana's inner workings and true intentions, as well as its role in the ecosystem. But Let me know what you think, and if you'd like to see this with more monsters, there's actually quite a few that still haven't been given their proper lores. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this and want to see more, go ahead and slash that subscribe button. If you like this video, give a quick cut to the like button. Leave a comment down below. Share it around with all your friends. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Then I'll see you in the next video. But until then, my people, stay sharp.